finally, hopefully this this is working. This is take 2 of my Instagram live today. I tried half one today. Unfortunately, no success, some technical issues, but here I am back this time. Hopefully that's working. Just double checking that it is. Yeah, so we've got some people that have joined already. Hi guys. Okay, so yeah, so like I said, I tried about 1:30 and it didn't work, unfortunately. So here I am. I thought, you guys have been watching these and I didn't want to disappoint and have to reschedule. So I just thought I'd try again, managed to fix the issue. So yeah, so take 2 of our live video today. I've been really excited to actually do this one on Instagram. We have more of a following on Instagram, so I was really excited to finally get round because this is my 3rd one that I've done. I've managed to do one on, I think the first one was on Facebook, then last week's was on TikTok, so now we're on Instagram. So yeah, I'm really excited to be doing this today. The topics that have been in the past have been really super interesting too, but today it's a really important one today, and it's going to be on made in Canada. So I'll be talking about how Seaflora products are made in Canada, go into a bit more detail on that, how we are sustainable, how you can also support local nonprofits along with us that are also Canadian too. So yeah, I'm super excited to do this one. I've been planning on doing this on Instagram for a while. So yeah, so I thought I'd start off because the US have now issued 25% tariffs if you're buying from the US. So it's crazy because every dollar you spend on a Canadian-made product goes 3 times further in supporting our economy than buying an imported product. So I thought that it would be really important to share supporting locally and buying locally and supporting Canada. So yeah, so just I will touch on Seaflora products. So as you know, Seaflora skincare, we do skincare products, and seaweed is our main base ingredient. So I think you probably would have heard a lot of other skincare products. They use water or oil as their main base for their skincare products, but here at Seaflora, that is seaweed. Also, I just completely forgot to introduce myself. Like I say, I've already done this and then now I'm redoing it and I'm getting way ahead of myself. So if you have joined our live videos in the past, then you will know who I am. You might have possibly even seen me on Instagram videos, but just to reintroduce myself, my name is Emily and I moved from Scotland to Souk 5 months ago. And yeah, I've been working with Seaflora since the end of December now and I'm really enjoying it. I have a degree in marine biology. I studied at Stirling in Scotland for 4 years. So working for Seaflora and being with like marine-based products and seaweed is just super interesting and really on topic with what I have learned at university. And I'm super lucky to have found this job. So yeah, going into Seaflora products, as I was saying, our main base is seaweed. So we actually locally hand harvest this seaweed. I'll just get a photo up here for you to show. If any of you guys live in Souk, I'm sure you'll know where I'm talking about when I bring this slide up. It is at Whiffing Spit. So you can start further back and then walk all the very way to the end of here, and this is where we locally hand harvest our seaweed, and it's also a lovely walk to do in Souk. And I think we landed on the Monday, and on the Tuesday, our first day in Souk, we went for a walk on this lovely little bit, and there's so many benches along the way, beaches. So yeah, I actually went and had my lunch on there the other day, which was really nice. So many dogs as well. It's so cute. So yes, this is where we locally hand harvest our seaweed. And I think another thing is that people don't realize that our products are like in-house made and locally made here on Vancouver Island. So it's super important to also mention that within Spit here. So I'm now going to show you a little video of Adam, our CEO, going out to hand harvest our seaweed, which is really interesting because you always hear about it, but you never actually see it. So I thought this video was really interesting to show everyone so that you can see how it actually works. So we work with First Nations as well, so that our seaweed is sustainably harvested as well, so that it's not just, we're not ripping the root out and it's not dying or anything. We like to call it that we're giving the seaweed like a little haircut. So we just trim the top of the seaweed. We're not touching the root at all, so it's continually growing, and that is a sustainable way to do it. So therefore, we're not harming the seaweed in any way. So I'll just show you a little video here of Adam actually doing that, because it is really a really fun, interesting video. Okay. Okay, there we go. I thought that would be quite interesting to show you guys so you can see the behind the scenes of how it all works. So yeah, obviously it's straight from the Salish seas, as we like to call it around here. So yeah, it's perfect. Also like to mention that our products are all food grade as well. So I always say, have you ever come across a skincare product that you can actually eat? Because it's just crazy, because it's so organic that you can eat our skincare products. So I always like to flex that. I just find it, yes, still super interesting to this day. So yeah, so I've got that video just there that I showed you. I have another one that I will show you in a bit too. But I just thought that I would like to mention the seaweed first. So we also harvest 9 different types of seaweed as well, which is, I mean, there's thousands out there, but we just use 9, which was really crazy as well, to be honest. It's very impressive what this little small seaweed that just really doesn't get enough attention. The last 2 videos have been really interesting, but the first one that I did, if you would like to rewatch it, it's recorded on Facebook, on our Facebook page, if you'd like to be interested in watching that. I do talk about seaweed facts, so if you're interested in knowing any more about this little seaweed, then that would be amazing. Last week I also spoke about how it's now becoming the most sustainable tool for climate change as well, and just talked about how seaweed can lower methane emissions in cow feed now. I have also written a blog on Seaflora's website on this, going into way more detail too, if you would like to read that as well. I can even just do a live video all on that too. I'm always taking ideas of topics from anyone, so if you have any throughout this video that you would like to see in the future of me talking about, just let me know and I can do that. But there's so many, and definitely starting with that one would be good. So yeah, like I say, the tariffs have been brought into place as of the 4th of March, so I thought what a more important time to discuss supporting locally and supporting Canadian businesses. So that is why I thought I would do this live today. So also, I just would like to mention that Seaflora as well as a company, we're very sustainable as well. So I'll show you a little photo of our products just here for you so I can talk about them and you can see what I mean. So we have an image of our products just here. So as you can see our little glass bottles, and obviously they're glass, so they're recyclable. And we have our compostable boxes, and they use soy ink, so that is more sustainable too. And as I was explaining before, I just love the color of our bottles because it's literally an ocean in a bottle. When you're looking down on the water, you see how like deep the colored water is, and as you get closer to the shore and closer to the beach, the color of that changes, and it's so nice to see it represented on a bottle for a Seaflora. It really shows who we are as a company, and I love that. So also we have in-house, we're very good at recycling as well. I spoke about that in my last live video as well, that we use cornstarch peanuts, packaging peanuts, and you can actually eat them because they're so like, they're made out of cornstarch, and they do dissolve in water as well. So if you're hoping to get rid of them after using them, or if you received a package from us and you want to get rid of them, you can dissolve them in water. It's a really good way, instead of, I know a lot of styrofoam and things like that you can't actually recycle or anything like that. So it's really important that we do that within our packaging as well. And even in-house, we barely need to, we don't have a lot of waste in-house either. I think my colleague was saying that there's 1 bag a week that goes out because we just hardly use any waste here. We're always reusing things like that. And yeah, I mentioned the cornstarch packaging peanuts too, which are a really cool idea. So yeah, also on the face of talking about sustainability, we also have our refill station in store as well. So I will show you a little photo of this, which is really good for less plastic use, but also the community as well. I think that it's a really good thing for the community and to start doing as well. So we have our refill station just here on this image, and you can come in with your own containers and we can fill them up for you with our products just here, or you can buy one of these bottles here and just bring it back and refill it when it's done. So we have shampoo, conditioner, body lotion, body wash, hand soap, and we have actually just recently added a sunscreen as well, which is perfect for well, not perfect for today because it is raining, but last week was really sunny and we're getting towards that spring weather. Clocks have changed now, daylight savings, so perfect time to add sunscreen. So we also now have sunscreen that you can come in and refill as well. So I just think that's a really great idea for our less plastic use too. And you can see inside the store in the back of this photo as well. I'll also show you a photo of the front of our store, just in case you've walked past us and you've never been in. You can't really miss us with a big green building at the top of Otter Point Road. So this is I love the color of our building too. Like I say, it represents seaweed and what we're about, marine life. So it's perfect. So yeah, we've got our store just here. So if you'd like to pop in and, oh, you're the girl on Instagram, hi, come in, even if you just want to say hi. But yeah, if you'd like to come in, I would appreciate that. And if you'd like to just come in we have a tester bar in our store as well. So if you'd like to come in and try anything out for yourself, take any samples, or even just pester me about some seaweed facts, I'm here for that. So this is what our store looks like. I will now, just while I remember, the video of a little behind the scenes footage, because like I was saying, that our products are made in-house, and I think that a lot of people don't realize that our products are made in-house and very local. So I thought I'd show you a behind the scenes video of our production team actually making one of our products for you, so you can see how it all works and how interesting it is and what goes on. So this is a video of our production team making our liquid gold seaweed body gel, so I'll just get that up for you. There we go. So I thought I'd just show you that because I thought it was quite interesting. So you can see how we dry out the seaweed and then we boil a lot of things, we blend it, we mix, and then we put it all into our little bottles. Well, not our little bottles, our beautiful bottles, and then we package it up in our little boxes for you. So I thought that was a good thing to show you guys how we have our store, then we have our storefront where I showed you where the refill station is. I'm upstairs in the offices, and then we have the back room, which is the production room, and it is in this building, and that is where everything gets, all of our products get made, including our packaging as well. So we're just a small team of 5, but when we really work together, magic gets made, especially seaweed magic. So yeah, thought that was super important to show you how that is made. So yeah, so now going on to, as I say, we're a small team of 5, and when we work together, magic really does happen, and it is nice to sometimes get some recognition from that as well. And so we have won a few awards, and like eco-friendly awards and iconic beauty awards and spa wellness. You'll find our products in spas, especially Black Rock Resort in Tofino. So I will show you just an image of our awards just so you can see. And it would be, I think I put out an Instagram post based on this too, but just in case you didn't see that, I will also mention that we got invited to enter the Organic Beauty Awards for 2025, which was super exciting because it would be amazing if we ended up getting the 2025 awards. So yeah, we were invited to enter that. So along here, just as you can see on the side, these are all of the awards that we have got. So yeah, it's really nice to know that people can see how organic and genuine our products are, and it's really nice that after all the work our production team does to do this for us, that it's recognized. So yeah, it's a really big thing for us to show. So also just touching on the fact that, you know, this live today was based on supporting Canadian businesses. It's really important to mention the 3 local nonprofits that we also support as well. So our portion of our sales get donated to these 3 local nonprofits, which I'll just get an image of it up so you can see their logo and who they are. Okay, so we have Souk Salmon Enhancement, which I think I explained on the last live video. I explained about them. I was even saying that I could do a whole live video on talking about these 3 nonprofits as well, because there's so much detail to go into about them because they're just amazing businesses. So I could do a whole live on that. And I was explaining last week sort of what each individual local nonprofit does. So Souk Salmon Enhancement, you know, obviously the life cycle of the salmon when it's autumn time or fall. I think I moved here in the end of September, and it was like October when it was happening, so I did actually get to see some of it. I was explaining that I went to some river and didn't actually see any bears eating the fish, but you could really see dead salmon everywhere, all over, and it was really stinky. And yeah, but like I was saying, that the cycle is that they get to the end of their life and they swim upstream and they lay their eggs and then they die. So Souk salmon enhancement are basically keeping that life cycle going, and they're hatching and producing more eggs to go out for the next season, for the next year, for the next cycle, so that that life cycle is continually going, so that the nitrogen cycle is still happening, which I explained last week as well, is when decomposing of bodies can then produce natural chemicals to us, which is the nitrogen cycle. And then when a body is decomposing, it sinks into the ground. The ground then either grows extra stuff like flowers, or it gives off nitrogen and oxygen to us, so then we can keep going and breathing well. So it's this whole big cycle. So it all starts with the ocean, and especially marine life. So I was saying that Souk salmon enhancement are keeping the salmon going, they're keeping the bears fed, they're eating too, and then that keeps us as a planet happy because all of this cycle is happening. So it's super important that we support a local nonprofit like that. And then the Georgia Strait Alliance, I'm not sure how many people would have heard about that because there's a lot of positive things happening with them at the moment. So they are in the conservation of protecting whales. So there is a lot of movement going on at the moment. So obviously there are certain rules and guidelines to protecting whales, and therefore you need someone higher up, like the government, to be passing off these guidelines so that we can be protecting marine life. And a lot of the movements that they've been trying to go for lately have actually been granted access or got the go ahead, and it's moving in a positive direction, which is just great to know, because like I was saying just before, and I will always say it because people don't realize it always starts with the ocean and marine life, and people don't understand that. It's something I'm very passionate about, having studied marine biology. My focus, I do obviously care, like Ancient Forest Alliance, land is very important too. But like I say, it all starts with marine life and the ocean, so I'm very passionate about protecting that sort of area. And like I was saying, I don't think people understand that when that starts to overfishing, for example, I could even do a whole live on this too. I've got a lot of information about this. I don't know if people have watched Seaspiracy as well, but overfishing is a big one, and you're taking, what's the word I'm looking for? You're taking species that are dying off out of the water. There's hardly any of them anyways, and then you're going to killing them. They're going for fish, and they're catching not fish, they're catching sharks, they're catching dolphins and whales, turtles in these nets, and just throwing them back in and letting them die. And if they're all dying, that's not good. Then if these other marine life that live in there aren't being fed from eating other marine life, and then oxygen isn't being produced into the world, to the planet, to us, and then it all just goes on a big downfall, just as climate change. So yeah, big one is definitely, I could even do a live. I really am passionate about sharks, and I have been since I was like 7. My goal is to free dive with them at some point. And yeah, the way that they just cut off their fins and just throw them back in the water and just let them sink and drown, just for the sake of having it as a decoration in soup, just really doesn't bode well with me at all. So I'm we don't want these things happening. So now that there is positive movement going towards the Georgia Strait Alliance for protecting whales, is just really, really amazing, and I'm really happy for them. Definitely go and give them a follow on Instagram. If you follow them on Instagram, you'll be seeing all of these posts that they are putting out, talking about this, and I think they have a link in their bio as well, but they're always posting about it. You could even donate towards this local nonprofit to be protecting the whales too. So yeah, definitely give them a follow and check all of this out that I've been talking about and see what all the good, positive action happening over there right now. And then our third and final nonprofit is the Ancient Forest Alliance. So, like I was just saying, marine life in the ocean is important, but forest and land is just as important as well. We obviously, trees give off oxygen for us to breathe in as well. So it's really important to be protecting them as well. And it's something that I'm really proud to say that I work for Seaflora, that they support something like three local nonprofits like this, because it's something that I'm passionate about, and to know that they are passionate about it too is really great. And yeah, it was something that made me really want to work with them when I came across them too. So yeah, and as I was just saying, it really links to this video because it is supporting local businesses, and they're all Canadian too. So it's amazing to be supporting Canadian. So I think I'm just going to double check that I've spoken about everything I was planning on talking about today. I think I have. If anybody has any questions about anything I have just spoken about, feel free to put it in the chat. I should be able to see them. Yeah, I should be able to see them. So yeah, if you have any questions about anything I've just mentioned, like I was just saying before, if you have any topics of future live videos that you would like me to talk about, if you don't manage to see this live, it is recorded, and I'll try and get it out as a post on Facebook, and you can rewatch it back there. And then if you have any topics that you would like, you can even message us on Instagram and Facebook with these too. And yeah, I just thought it was really important to jump on here today to talk about this topic, supporting local, supporting Canadian. And also, I think people forget as well, we're a family business as well, which I think is also even more important too, because we all support each other in this job as well. And like I say, we're not all family in this job, but we certainly treat each other like family, and that has been amazing to find in a job as well. It makes showing up to work really enjoyable, and you're excited to start your day here. So I hope you enjoyed what I've been talking about today, and you've learned something new about the nonprofits and things like that. And yeah, feel free to check out our website, or if you'd like to come in store to see me, I'll be here. If you'd like to come in, pop in the store to try anything out, if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer in person, I will try my best. And yeah, sorry that this didn't work out the first time. Like I said, I did plan on doing it at 1:30. It had some technical issues and it didn't work, but I'm glad we managed to make it work for today, and that it's worked this time and it's gone ahead really well. So this is my third live now, and I'm planning on doing a live every Tuesday at 1:30. So I will keep you updated on Instagram and Facebook stories and posts of what topic it'll be about, and just double checking that the time and date is correct. But I'm trying to be consistent and do this time and day. So yeah, it's been really exciting. I've been wanting to do a live on Instagram since I started now, and I'm really glad that I've had some new faces on, some similar faces. It's great that you're all coming back to keep watching them. I really appreciate that. And yeah, it's been really fun. Sorry it didn't work out the first time. I can't apologize enough, but I am glad that it all worked out in the end. So yeah, if you have any questions, have any ideas for live topics, just let me know. But yeah, thank you very much for attending, even though it wasn't the original planned. And I'm glad that you could all make even the last minute second one plans. I really appreciate that. So thank you very much for coming and watching this. And yeah, I'll keep you updated in stories and posts, and I will see you next week in my next live stream. All right, thank you very much. Bye.